Nagpapatuloy po ang inyong Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023 dito po sa loob ng Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. And this is Don Bosco Garelli United going up against Loyola FC sa pagbabalik po ng ating mid-year tournament. Two teams in Group A, technically still in the running for a quarter-final slot. Kaya naman ay importante, napakahalaga na manalo in this match. Will it be Garelli? Will it be Loyola? We will find out in just a short while. For now, let us meet the starting rosters for both squads. Dako muna tayo sa Don Bosco Garelli United. It is the protagonists for this squad. We have some changes here. It's now going to be Adrian De Sola as the shot stopper, and then familiar names all throughout. James Dorego still the captain, designated captain here. You have the likes of Norman Nio, Christian Zurbito, Winces Balbino, and Benzi Villanueva. They have been elevated to the starting lineup. We're so accustomed to seeing them coming off the bench. Today, they are going to play a slightly longer duration of match time. Dumako naman tayo sa Loyola FC. They have played 3 matches here. They have 1 point. A draw will do here. They would want to win para umangat sila to 3rd place in Group A. That will give them at least a chance makapasok. Emmanuel Puno naman ang magiging goalkeeper dito. It is Javi Cosculwela, although still in uniform, will be coming off the bench. And elsewhere, we also have Isaac Ano, number 11. It's going to be his debut here sa Copa. And then the familiar names up front. You have the likes of Rupert Banjo, who scored last time, and Jose Montelibano. Sa pagbabalik po namin, it's going to be the official player march in, toss, coin, and kick-off. So do stick around once again. This is your Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023 dito po sa Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Don Bosco, Garelli United, and Loyola FC when we return. The players have made their way onto our pitch. Once again, Garelli United FC of Don Bosco and Loyola FC wearing their orange and white. Of course, Garelli, you saw on your screens in their... check that, it's Garelli United in orange and Loyola FC in their blue with the yellow trim. In just a short while, it's going to be kick-off time for these two teams. Again, in Group A, this is Garelli United. Ikatlong laro pa lang para sa kanila. They have suffered 2 losses against CF Manila and the Air Force also. Meanwhile, Loyola, 4th match for them. As we take a good look at our Supreme Court, so to speak, our referee for this match is Clifford Daipuyat, assisted by Relly Balila and Willimore Francisco. Meliton Pilayo is the 4th official match or referee assessor is Gerardo Andres. The match commissioner is Ira Ilan. Welcome back, Madam Ira from New Zealand, of course, just joining that huge Filipino contingent and community watching the Filipinas live for the FIFA Women's World Cup. But the attention, of course, shifts to Garelli United and Loyola for now. Group A, Loyola is number 4. Garelli United is number 5. Loyola, they have 1 point. That's the draw against Far Eastern University. 2-2 yung score doon. They trailed 2-0. And then they came back. Goals from Rupert Banya and Jose Montelibano, allowing them to split the points and earn the solitary point that they have so far sa ating torneo. Meanwhile, Garelli United, again, 2 losses. Pero hindi naman ganoong kasama. They have a goal difference of just -2. And that, yung talo nga nila sa CF Manila, it was just 3-2. They fell ever so slightly short after CF Manila controlled the start of that contest. Moments away from the start of this one. A crucial affair here. Kung gugustuhin ng ating mga koponang baka usad pa doon sa ating knockout stages. Whistle has been blown and it's game on here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. The sun is up and so are we. Glad to have this good weather for this afternoon. It's weekend football once again and no other way to spend it than, of course, to be joining us here sa Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023. Group stages pa rin tayo rito. And again, for everyone's benefit, Loyola in blue, playing from right to left on your screens. In contrast, Garelli in orange. So wag po tayong malito. I know you associate the color orange with Loyola, especially when they were still sponsored back in the day ng kanilang main backer. Well, their current partner right now, if you will see their, if we get a good close-up maya-maya ng kanilang front jersey sponsor. It's also orange. But again, Loyola's playing blue for this afternoon. And speaking of which, here is a good first look at Emmanuel Martin Puno, who is challenged in the 2nd minute of action. Siya muna ang tatayong shot stopper dito. Javi Coscolwela will come off the bench. And we mentioned kung gaanong kasama yung panahon last week. Eh siya namang ginanda ng panahon dito, but still, it's going to play a part doon sa kondisyon ng ating mga players. Kapag naman tirik yung araw na ganito, well, obviously, you have to play with that kind of condition. Masusubukan kung sinong matatag ang resistensya. You have the peak form to participate in a tournament like this. And you talk about Loyola FC. They were the 2015 PFF National Men's Championship winners. Also back in 2013, back when we had the domestic cup, the UFL Cup, also ruling that tournament. And then in 2017, the first ever Philippines Football League season, they had actually the top regular season record. However, in the final series, they faltered a little bit, ended up placing 3rd overall. Sa kabilang dako, of course, Don Bosco Garelli United has been in the scene for a decade now. Established by former Don Bosco students, their alums, just expanding that football community. And if you're wondering bakit Garelli ang pangalan na lang koponan, it's because Bartholomew Garelli is the first ever student of St. John Bosco back in 1841. 1841, yes, you heard that right. And of course, Don Bosco Institute, or the school, of course, situated in various parts of Metro Manila. But of course, when you say Don Bosco Makati, they have a beautiful field inside that campus. Bit of a feeling out moment for both squads here. 4 minutes in. No legitimate chances for either side, except perhaps that bit of a miscue early on from Loyola on the pass back. Again, a bit of an adjustment here for the coaching staff, headed by, of course, Coach Roxy Dorlas. It's going to be Martin Puno, designated for this contest, although the top choice is Javi Coscolwela for 2 out of the 4 matches now. Next week will be the big one for Loyola. When they face Kaya FC, it's going to be Manila Derby all over again. Sure, fans are excited. Meanwhile, good through ball here. It's a foot race for control. And a likewise, good challenge on the part of Jetro Flores. A player from each side accelerating to get to the ball first. Good presence of mind from Jetro Flores. And the foul. Whistle blown perhaps a little late. And it is going to be a set piece here in a favorable spot para sa Garelli United. Or Loyola, rather. This is Samuel Lim. Awaiting the confirmation from Clifford Daipuyat. Here it is. Samuel Lim. A good curve on that ball, but it goes straight to the hands of Adrian Disola. Loyola quick to dispossess once again. They go to the middle. Isaac Ano, player number 11, is one of the newcomers here for Loyola. Although he has been playing locally for quite some time now. He's making his Copa debut in this contest, their foreign player. They go forward, left flank once again. This is Rupert Banya. Masyado nga lang mabilis yung bola, hindi na maaabutan. And the ball sails out. Magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat. It's Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023 action. Once again, coming to you live from our Facebook and YouTube platforms. Levi Verora on the call as we bring you Garelli United in orange and Loyola FC in blue. And that's a good look at Isaac Ano. Punta muna sila kay Closa. To the middle, Mercado. Joe M. Lugarta. The pass back, they're involving the back line for now. This is Jetro Flores, the captain. And now on the run is Garelli. They leave it for the left side. Ball inside the box. Back and forth action we go. A slight shove there from Benzi Villanueva. It will not go unnoticed here. From behind. Not the way you want to defend. And Colin Simon Mercado, of course, does the rest. One set piece for Loyola. Garelli, a shot from distance that did not really challenge Puno. And basically, that's about it. It's pretty much a wide open first 9 minutes of football action here na tutunghayan natin sa inyong Copa Paulino Alcantara. It's Group A between Garelli United and Loyola FC. And now Garelli making the run. This is Maglinas. That ball too ahead of him. Had the right intention in mind for sure. They connect to the middle. And they leave that ball for the right once again. Foot race. Montelibano might have gotten away with something there. Not sure if that was shoulder to shoulder. And of course the opposing player, Christian Sorbito, pleading his case. Ano, well, this is a high ball. And it just goes above and out. A little softer on that touch and it would have been in play. Just a high angle of elevation on that one. And if you were Adrian De Sola, obviously, kailangan mo ring tansyahin yung mga bola na ganyan. As this one goes out. Uy, ang Antipolo City FC ay nakatutok sa atin. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok, Christian Hamon, who is yet to play. He's also, of course, involved with Maharlika Manila FC. Ang mga member clubs ng PFL binigyan ng pahinga, but paunti-unti, we will incorporate them to the group stages. Kaya FC, of course, in Group A. Here's the volley inside the box. Rupert Banya, who was the goal scorer against FEU. Difficult angle to create, not a problem for De Sola, although he does make the dive forward just to make sure. Lugarta. And now some movement here. Flores. Ano gives it forward. This ball ping-pongs. Ends up with Lim weaving past some of the orange shirts. Try to chip that one in. Pero mukhang hindi na rin nagkaintindihan with Banya. A dozen minutes have gone by here of football action, and we still kind of get that feel. Nagkakaamuyan pa ang Garelli dito at Loyola, and it just shows how important this contest is. Puno getting a word from our official. And all of a sudden, medyo kumulimlim dito sa loob ng RMS. Some token pressure from the back. You see Villanueva. You also see Dylan Joseph trying to put the pressure on Loyola to try and make it more difficult for them to advance from back to the middle. Here's a bit of a long one, nobody home. Clearance, but it just ends up again with Loyola. You'll probably have to mention this from time to time throughout the broadcast. Loyola po ang naka-blue Sila po ang naka-asul dito, nakabughaw. Garelli United in orange. Wag po tayo malilito. Oh, look at that glorious through ball. Will this be the opening goal? And it just trickles in. Not a problem. Rupert Banya making sure. And Loyola FC with the lead. Smile for the picture. Loyola FC, just when we were saying na nagpapakiramdaman pa both sides, look at this glorious assist here, forcing the keeper to come out. And then Rupert Banya, a composed touch on that ball. Did not even have to put force. 14th minute strike. And Loyola has advantage here in the first half. And just as they score that, it's as if they flipped the switch here. They go inside the box. There's space to operate here. Moving to the left. And another. Oh, that one. Oh, it's still in. After two bounces above the crossbar for Ano. The ball still in play. Testy moments there for the keeper of Garelli. De Sola changing direction on the connection, and Ano this time overcooks. Could have easily been 2-0 on that stretch for Loyola FC. So this was Flores, and then the setup for Ano. Sayang para sa Loyola. Kung naiayos lang yung pagkakatama doon sa bola, could have been easily 2-0 now for Loyola. Oh, on the back heel, another display of skill. But that one already out. Bago pa man maipasa papunta sa loob. Good work by our camera crew as well, as this was Lim clearly outside before the cutback to Jose Montelibano. Loyola on the offensive last 3 minutes of this contest. Nabuhayan on that initial conversion by Rupert Banya. And sometimes that is all you need here for Loyola. Trying to be disruptive here now. Garelli United a bit shaken up after that. I believe it was Simon Mercado who had that assist to set up Rupert Banya. And all of a sudden, the first or the last 4 minutes or so of this contest, that ball has been on the left side of your screens. Oh, they have to get out of there. They do for now. It ends up with Ano. This is a long one once again. Control, the chest, the volley. It just hits the side. But if you're Garelli, you have to do better than that. Marking your man. Winces Balbino getting in the path ever so slightly just to bother the line of sight. It's going to be a pass back involving Martin Puno. Pahud. Against pressure. Mercado. Well, it took 3 defenders to get that ball out of him. Kaso masasayang rito for Garelli as that ball just sails out. And into a goal kick once again for the Loyola keeper. 1-0, ladies and gentlemen, here. 18 minutes have been played out. Rupert Ed Banya in the 14th minute On a glorious setup from the middle. Just finding the cracks, the openings in the defense. In between spaces. Para dito sa Loyola. Mercado again is doing the same. Lots of room here on that right area. Montelibano tries to sell that one. At brush contact. Fortunately for them, possession stays with Loyola. Montelibano slow to get up. Flores. They move from right to left. Ball intended for Mercado. Maglinas gets in the way. A great effort by Salamoding. But they are trapped in that particular area. Have to get out. They do. James Dorego, the captain. And now they will transition itong Garelli into what could be a counter. Not much numbers. Dylan Joseph. Dalawa agad yung lumapit sa kanya na naka-blue. Maglinas. Again, no numbers here for Garelli. They have the ball doon sa kanilang attacking half. Pero medyo natagalan itong Garelli para bumaba to provide support. Mahinay. Here's a long one. Villanueva onside, but too much mustard on that long ball. Ano, once again. They go to the ground once more. This time for Banya. Here's the lob. Could be a connection here. Montelibano. Napalakas. Villanueva will not be able to keep that in play. Pero tandaan natin, if there is one team dito sa ating Copa that is capable of coming back, hindi sumusuko, it's Garelli United. Kung maaalala nyo yung laban nila against CF Manila, they were down 3-1 and then a goal from John de la Cruz. And they just ran out of time in that contest. Ang nakauna doon is CF Manila, Muhammad Al-Muhili, 1-0. And then Michael Bedia, of course, who is part of the substitutes today for Garelli with the equalizer. Naging 1-1, naging 3-1, and then 3-2 the final. But you see that feistiness, you see the fight in Garelli United. Ito sa kanilang unang sabak sa Copa Paulino Alcantara, the expanded mid-year cup. No connection there between Maglinas and Villanueva. As we await the resumption of play here, nangangalahati na tayo dito sa first half. 22 minutes have gone by. It is still going to be possession for Garelli. Maglinas, number 13 on your screens to throw this one in. Loyola will be down to 10 men for now. Someone is getting some attention. Meanwhile, play continues. Quick clearance there coming from Joem Lagarta. Gets involved. And now Loyola naman. Ang babawi dito, transitioning into what could be a counter. Garelli dropping right away. And too much mustard on that ball as they try to go for the quick connection inside the box. That lob. Ang kagandahan dito sa Loyola, sa sistema ni Coach Roxy Dorla. So they're employing a 4-4-2 right now. And they're finding the wingers, they're finding the forwards either through the ground or even up high and above. Doesn't matter what kind of ball it is. We've seen a couple of through balls. Ano is down and hurt, it seems. Well, not for long. Villanueva once again targeting Joseph, but you saw the Loyola back four. Mabilis ang kanilang pagkaka-establish doon. Villanueva once again. Quick 1-2. Sana gagawin doon ng Garelli. Joseph, that ball is just ping-ponging left and right on your screens. And if you're Garelli, you have to be mindful. It's just a 1-0 deficit that you're trying to overcome here. As it stands, Loyola, of course, with the advantage. And for Garelli, lots of time left in this contest. Nangangalahati pa lang tayo in the first half. We have the entire second half about to come your way. Marami pang pwede mangyari rito. But so far, the trend has been Loyola controlling possession for now. Closa. And if anything, this is going to be good build-up for Loyola against the much anticipated, much awaited clash against Kaya FC. What is used to be dubbed as the Manila Derby, Kaya and Loyola. Finally, they will get to renew that rivalry. Two of the well-known clubs in the local football scene here dito sa Pilipinas. But first things first, they have to overcome what's in front of them, and that's Garelli United. Another ball intended but collected by Desola. And if you're Adrian Desola, of course, doon sa pagkaka-score ni Rupert Banya, he did not have that much of a choice but to come rushing forward, because aside from the fact that that was an excellent through ball and there was no last line of defense, as someone is stripped from behind, that is John Salamoding. And again, yung mga ganyang klaseng foul, automatic tatawagan. That was Sam Lim. Looks like there will be a hydration break here. Well, you're allowed one per half. It's the discretion of the referee, kailan niya ibibigay. And they will just add this to the added time before the conclusion of each half. Once again, this is your Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023 Group A action between Garelli United and Loyola FC. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtangkilik at pagsuporta sa local football. And we have more matches in store for you. Right now, it is a time for our players to recuperate. Kayo rin po, back home. Medyo mainit na ang panahon. Nasanay tayo na laging maulan. Stay hydrated. Tayong papadehydrate. And do share with us. Saan kayo nanonood? Are you on your tablet or smartphone or laptop? Nasa bahay lang ba kayo? At work, in transit? Do let us know. Thank you so much for tuning in dito sa Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023. It's just the first of a double header. And we also have a double header tomorrow, Sunday. We are about to resume the action in just a short while. And if you are just joining us, once again, itong Loyola FC nakauna na rito sa ating laro. Courtesy of Rupert Ed Banya in the 14th minute. From inside the box. Uncontested after a superb find by one of his teammates, Colin Simon Mercado. The through ball from the middle. As we resume the action here, it's a free kick from way out. Banjo mahinay. Lumampas. And it's going to be a goal. Just like that. Garelli United FC. Wow. Oh, we are just as stunned as you are. Sinasabi natin, yung panahon, yung mga kondisyon sa loob ng playing venue, it will play a factor how you approach this match. That one from distance, pero may konting silaw na rin doon. And Martin Puno, that one slips off his fingertips, and we are even at 1-1. Banjo Mahinay from way out with the equalizer in the 28th. Right on cue, binabanggit natin, if there was one squad na may kakayahang bumalik, na may kakayahang makabawi, it's Garelli United. They've shown that against CF Manila, and now they've shown it again here. What a goal that was. Oh, the people in attendance here, again, quite as stunned as you are. For a moment, we all thought it was going to be collected by Puno. And all of a sudden, it just trickles in. Wala nang nagawa. Even the defenders who tried to rush. But the space has opened once again here for Loyola. Will it be another goal for them? Changing direction. Here's the strike. And it's in. Jose Montelibano, wasting no time, takes one back, and Loyola is once again in the driver's seat here. What a sequence, what a turn of events. Loyola FC, they concede the lead, but not for long. Jose Montelibano, change in direction, and a powerful strike. That one through the hands of Adrian De Sola and in. As a couple of substitutions will already be made here by Garelli. Looks like Benzi Villanueva is going to be out. Michael Bedia is in, as well as John De La Cruz. And kung maaalala natin, Michael Bedia and John De La Cruz, they are the two players who already have converted here. And now Bedia, burst of speed kaagad doon sa kanan. Oh, a miss hit there. Walang tinamaan. They're very fortunate na hindi natawagan doon. And finally, after collision with Jetro Flores, that was a high boot. Medyo nakatakas pa doon, but on that particular play, naitulak na ni Michael Bedia from behind. Doon na natawagan. Oh boy, things have just gotten a lot more interesting here sa ating match at hand. (2-1). And again, trying to terrorize that right flank. And from distance, Ano, medyo kanina pa niya hinahanap. Isaac Ano. You see that, and then the left-footed finish. In matches like this kind of intensity and this kind of a trend, you have to think, paunahan na lang ito to the finish line. And kababanggit lang natin gaanong kahalaga itong laban na ito para sa team standings doon sa Group A. We will discuss that further throughout the course of this coverage. De La Cruz trying to operate from the right. To Bedia. Pero may pektos yung bola. Two players soaring for that. Play goes on. And too strong, trying to get the connection. And De La Cruz says, medyo babaan mo ng konti, partner. Garelli putting up a fight here. Loyola Still in control, however. 2-1 now. Loyola trying to escape from the back. They have done a good job relatively here in the first 34 minutes. Although in that time, good challenge. Plaza gets a touch. Garelli gets it back. Bedia tried to turn, but good defense by Ano. And now Loyola will run. They have the numbers. Oh, too much power and spin on that ball. As Ano is once again down. Pangalawang pagkakataon na yan that we have seen Isaac Ano down on the field. But usually, well, if anything, those are just contacts with other players. So it's going to be an apparent foul here for Garelli, and so possession for Loyola. They have the opportunity to put this back into action using this free kick from distance, no less. Pero atong distance, if you saw Banjo mahina moments earlier scoring from near the middle of the field, you know that Garelli is going to try and approach this with utmost care, and that's how you do it, sabi ni Adrian De Sola. Straight into his mitts and outside to Salamoding. Well, back to the drawing board dito if you're Garelli. You scored the equalizer, you fall down once again. It's about trying to find another equalizer. With about 64 minutes and change remaining in this contest. Again, mahaba-haba pa to. We have the second half of action coming your way. Maya-maya. The pass back. Puno. Well, it's good exposure for some of the younger players here also for Loyola. Nabanggit nga natin, some of their players used to see action for Maharlika. But right now, legitimate chance as Bedia was taken down, but not enough to merit a penalty. And Bedia still down, although you don't see it on your screens. And the ball will just be intentionally put out for now. That was Balbino as Bedia is nursing something visibly shaken up there. No penalty. Babalik lang tayo dun sa punto natin. Loyola FC trying to play, of course, of their younger players. Ang lineup ng Loyola dito, it's a combination of youngsters mula sa kanilang academy. If there is one club that has a consistent academy, developing players from the grassroots level, from the youth level, it's Loyola. So some of their players used to train for, of course, the Loyola youth teams. And ito na, naiangat na to the Copa level. So that's the good succession that you're seeing. And then some of the players, of course, are transfers from other clubs. And nabanggit nga natin, some of the players here galing sa Maharlika. You have Coscolwela, Ziggy E, Mateo Yuhiko, even Jose Montelibano used to play for Maharlika back in the bubble season ng PFL. So it's that mix of veterans and you can say, no, homegrowns for them. Play goes on, says the referee. Advantage for Garelli. Garelli United already making two changes here. Michael Bedia and John De La Cruz. Bedia right on cue. And now James Dorego, the captain Sasabit si Isaac Ano. It's going to be a set piece from the right wing. Good spot here to take this. And again, the sun is going to be a bit of a problem here for Martin Puno. Let's see how they discuss this before it gets taken. You have to play with the conditions presented to you, the venue presented to you. It's not new in the game of football. May mga pagkakataon na maulan ang field, or there are spots kung saan masyadong matubig. That of course affects kung paano gumulong yung bola. Sa katunayan, sa ibang bansa pa nga, no? Kahit nag-i-snow, ay tuloy-tuloy ang laro. We've experienced that before. I believe that was in Mongolia. And even during winter season in general. For now, we're seeing one player down for Loyola. Kapag ganitong kainit yung panahon, that is David Nicolo Pahud. Kapag ganitong kainit ang panahon, there's a higher chance of suffering from cramps. You lose more fluids. And that's why you have to keep on rehydrating. And what more for these athletes, of course, who right now, throughout the course of this match, this high intensity physical activity for them. Approaching the 40th minute of this contest, it looks like a three-man wall. James Dorrego to take this. Dorrego has been the designated delivery man for Garelli. Siya ang nag-assist kay Bedia at kay De La Cruz against CF Manila. I believe I called that one. Looks like we have a substitution for Loyola. Mark Aaron Flores comes on in. And now whistle is blown and it is deflected by the wall. Ball bounces off. Is headed out by Lim. But it will be a corner. Pangalawang pagkakataon dito para sa Garelli to make the most out of this sequence. Dorrego pa rin ang didiskarte. A bit low on the delivery. And that one hit the shoulder nitong si Dylan Joseph. And I think alam niya rin. That will end that possession time for Garelli. Bola babalik sa Loyola. Sa mga kabubukas lang ng kanilang gadgets o ng kanilang mga devices, Rupert Banya scoring in the 14th minute. Lamang ang Loyola, 1-0. Banjo mahinay on a free kick. Just sending that ball into the box, dumulas sa mga kamay ni Martin Puno. 1-1, Garelli with the equalizer, 28th minute. 29th minute, Jose Montelibano bumawi agad para sa Loyola. And here we are, 2-1 for now. Banya tries to chase this. Christian Zurbito, good effort on the part of the fullback. A quick ball to Montelibano. Tries to involve Mercado. Mercado pa rin. Babalik kay Banya. Ano. There is some space from there. And again, masyadong malayo para kay Isaac Ano. Sinusubukang manggulat dito. At least that's how we're interpreting itong ginagawa ni Ano. Trying to catch Garelli. Flat-footed. However, inaccurate sa kanyang mga tira. Joseph. Bedia able to turn. Some pressure here from the middle. They go to the opposite wing. It is being chased by Balbino but to no avail. Masyadong malakas. Masyadong mabilis ang bola. Closa. And again, token pressure here for Garelli. Minsan nililito mo yung kalaban. And Puno, of course, this is a good test for him. Not just physically, but also mentally. He has to show that maturity on the pitch to be deserving of another start beyond this match. Well, so far, Loyola still has the advantage. Mahinay once again, the goal scorer for Garelli in the 28th minute. Able to control that ball once again. Sends it back to the keeper and then now back to him. Egging on his teammates to provide support. There's pressure from Loyola. They go above the lines. A great presence of mind by Martin Puno as well. Paparami na ng paparami ang tao rito sa loob ng Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Once again, this is just the first of a doubleheader for this afternoon. Tomorrow is another doubleheader. Mamaya po, it's going to be the Philippine Army and Adamson University. Pagkakataon para bumawi for both. And then bukas, Manila Digger is back in action against the Pilipinas Dragons, who will make their debut here sa Copa. Good denial from the Loyola back four. CF Manila will also see action against the Air Force, threading the needle. And that is in. But the flag is up. That's what we thought too. Masyadong napaaga. Saw that on the replay. Ito ang isa sa mga pinakakaraniwang rules in the sport of football. Again, the offside rule. Kailangan mong i-timing ng maayos yung takbo mula doon sa pasa ng bola. Kailangan hindi ka muna lalampas doon sa pinakahuling defender. Kailangan mong iwanan at least one defender bago mo siya lampasan pagtanggap ng bola. At ang tinitingnan dito, of course, yung pwesto ng katawan mo bago ipasa ang bola papunta sa'yo. Dapat ay nasa likuran ka ng isang defender, at least one defender. Taken down from behind. Again. Dorrego against Lim. And an obvious foul. 3 minutes of added time. Yan ang narinig natin dito sa ating stadium announcer, si David Yumol. So about 1 more minute. A corner earned here by Loyola. On the deflection from Zurbito. Or Salamoding rather. Again, wag po kayong ma-confuse. Alam kong ang mga long-time Loyola fans ay medyo nasanay seeing Loyola in orange. Pero sa pagkakataong ito, sa larong ito, they are wearing blue. Ayan po sila. About to take the corner set piece, Sam Lim. Garelli po ang naka-orange dito sa larong ito. Here is the delivery. Oh, that one way too low. It is cleared right away, foot race. And Michael Bedia tried his best makauna dun sa bola. But there are some defenders left behind for Loyola, just in case. And that's exactly why. And once again, Adamson University and Philippine Army ang ating susunod na laro for this afternoon. Maya-maya, it's going to be our partner Claro Manzano on the call for that match. This is Anton Plaza. Back to live action we go. Lim is getting close. That one deflected. A Garelli player, and then it was just cleared out by the keeper. Good presence of mind by Adrian De Sola. Alam niya hindi niya pwedeng hawakan yun as it could have been a handball. Through ball. But the flag is up once again. That was a mad scramble inside the box for Loyola sa pagkakataon ngayon, just moments before the live action you're seeing right now. Sam Lim able to cut that one back. And that is the halftime whistle. Loyola will take a 2-1 lead against Garelli United FC for now and into the halftime interval as they try to sort things over. They are not yet out of the woods. A crucial tie here in Group A of your Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023. And it's going to be Loyola FC with the advantage for now. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights here. And it was actually Anton Plaza with the assist. And that was how the first goal unfolded for us. Rupert Panya. And then a couple of opportunities here for Loyola. We thought that Loyola had more chances throughout the course of the first half. That was the double bounce of the crossbar. And then the captain, and then Ano, who is making his debut here, one of the foreign players for Loyola. And then another strong strike from the right side. And then this was how Garelli United equalized. A bit of help from the sunlight, I guess. It just slipped past the fingertips of Martin Puno and into the equalizer. But after a minute, look at that glorious fake and the finish for Jose Montelibano, showing his quality here as Loyola took back the lead in that sequence. And that was pretty much the first half for them. After feeling out first 10 minutes, Loyola in the driver's seat here, 2-1. Magbabalik po kami for second half and more when we return. This is the Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023. Keep the legacy. Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa loob ng Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. This is Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023 action between Don Bosco, Garelli United FC and Loyola FC. Group A po, itong dalawang koponan na naglalaban ngayon. And Loyola currently with a 2-1 lead. Glad to have you join us on our live broadcast presentation sa ating Philippines Football League Facebook page and YouTube channel. Levi Verora on the call, joined of course by the entire broadcast crew here inside the RMS. Rupert Banya, the opening goal. Banjo Mahinay from Garelli, the equalizer. And then, another goal for Loyola, courtesy of Jose Montelibano. And hence, the scoreline so far, 2-1. Loyola with the slim lead here. Loyola FC, they are 4th place in Group A. Of course, number 1 is Philippine Air Force. Number 2 is CF Manila. Number 3 is Far Eastern University. Although FEU only has 1 point also. Loyola and FEU, kung maaalala ninyo, they had a draw. 2-2 ang scoreline noon. Although because of the inferior goal difference as it stands for Loyola, number 4 sila sa Group A. Kung manalo sila dito, they are going to overtake FEU and become number 3 in Group A. And mahalagang binabanggit natin ito dahil the tournament format ng ating expanded Copa. We have 17 teams. We have 3 groups. And 8 teams lang ang papasok sa knockout stages, the quarterfinals. Top 2 in Group A, top 2 in Group B, top 2 in Group C, and then the remaining 2 slots to be filled by the best third placers. So kung third place kayo sa Group A or sa Group B or sa Group C, there's still a chance that you advance to the knockout stages. So it will really depend on your record, how well you perform. Some more changes for Garelli. It's like number 50, Vincent Saludo has come on in. They've already made 4 substitutions here. Garelli United. Mixing it up is Coach Carl Claudio. Second half action is underway. Loyola FC in blue, playing from left to right. Garelli United in orange. Again, wag po kayong malilito. Playing from right to left on your screens. In the first few minutes of the second half is crucial for Garelli kung gusto nilang makabawi. They've done that against CF Manila, taking 1 goal back, equalizing. Will they be able to overtake Loyola? Itong Garelli, we're about to find out. Loyola naman, sa kabilang dako, they want to secure their first win of the Copa. And you know, add more reasons to celebrate their return to the local club football scene. 1 point so far ang Loyola in the team standings in Group A. Again, that was due to their 2-2 result. Look at this glorious through ball, but the adjustment. Adrian De Sola moving out of his area just to make sure. So Norman Neo has come out. Throw in, Closa. The high ball. Into the box. Backtrack ng konti dito ang Loyola. Possession still with them, taking their time, good patience. And that is going to be an obvious call. Hinawakan sa kanang braso. It's going to be outside the box. But it is near the area. Just a little burst of speed there. Looks like that was Mahinay, the culprit. And now, just a few yards from outside the box, sa bandang gitna para sa Loyola. Favorable spot right here. Garelli, of course, now forming this wall. 4 gentlemen in front of Isaac Ano, who is making his debut in the Copa. It's going to be some serious calculation here now. Ano flicks this one in above the bar, but it goes straight once again to Adrian De Sola. And to his credit, the Garelli goalkeeper has done quite a remarkable job so far. It's just that with the formation here of Garelli, although technically they have a 4-4-2, sometimes the defense just opens up for them. And that responsibility, sadly, does not fall upon the shoulders of De Sola anymore. Oh, great anticipation coming from Loyola's last line. Pero bola mananatili sa Garelli. Joseph able to turn, but airtight defense from the opposing Loyola player. Zurbito, they will recycle this possession. Abada. They go to the back. A high lob into the box. Controlled by Montelibano, the high boot. Banjo trying to wrestle control, had the right thing in mind. Binakhil niya papunta kay Montelibano and deflection. And that's what coach or referee Clifford Daypuyat said. Sumenya siya going Loyola's way. Closa. Looking for help here. Closa keeps it alive. Ano tracks this one down. Turns, leaves his defender, Ano still, leaves 2 defenders behind. And now to Montelibano. Disruption there from Zurbito. But a good effort from Ano to advance the ball using his skills. 51st minute here, first few minutes of the second half. Closa. Nagkasabitan dito Montelibano and Zurbito. Closa. And nagkakainitan now, Zurbito and Montelibano. In the middle of your screens. Closa. Montelibano turns. 3 defenders right away swarming the vicinity. Ito ni Montelibano. Garelli. They will try to transition into a counter. Michael Bedia, pagkakataon. And it is wide. Bit of a rushed shot perhaps for Michael Bedia. Yes, there was a bit of contact. Pero bumitaw na rin towards the end. Si Aaron Flores. And Bedia perhaps bothered by that. The left-footed strike. Hindi niya naapektusan ng maayos papapunta sana sa goal. Loyola naman ang tatakbo rito, and again, just too much power on that. Montelibano and Zurbito, hindi pa sila tumitigil dito, having some heartfelt exchanges for one another. It's not really percolating onto something. But something Clifford Daypuyat has to keep an eye on. O, dyan nagsisimula yan. In the middle, Ano. Not sure what the intention was that time Montelibano was on the right, Banya on the left. Could have gone to either two. Instead, De Sola makes the long ball. It is tracked down. Rafael Anton Plaza. Mercado, Banya to his left. Loyola, they have numbers here. Mahinay. Banjo Mahinay, the goal scorer for Garelli. From way out, a free kick that managed to fall. Pedia. Oh, great recovery from Loyola. Flores trying to jockey possession. And play goes on. It is a bit physical here. And Ano once again. To the left flank they go. Could be a chance. Saludo. Masyadong mababa on the cross. It is taken to safety by Puno, who has conceded just one. A bit more height on that cross by Saludo, and that would have been met by his teammate. Garelli with possession once again. First few minutes of the second half, we've seen more activity from them. That's always an encouraging sign. Saludo once again. Good 1-2. Zurbito. Good height there. Controlled by Mahinay. Oh, but he overcooks it. Banjo Mahinay. Pinanggigilan yung bola, perhaps just seeing how much space he had. And there it is. Or was that John de la Cruz? Well, either way, medyo nagulat din that, oh, wait a minute, I am wide open here. But from that vantage point, medyo mahirap din, challenging angle for them to shoot it straight, directly into the goal. You needed a thin cut for that ball. Instead, it was sent to the skies. Dispossessed. And now a chance for Loyola. But again, you know, in terms of just giving out balls like those passes to the wingers or the attackers, Loyola has done a significantly better job compared to Garelli. However, it's really just a matter of the speed of that ball, the power you give to advance that ball forward. In terms of sheer volume, yes, Loyola clearly with the advantage in terms of how many chances they create. Well, this is their fourth match. I guess you can say they have the benefit of an extra match of experience. Bukod sa mga players nila that have played in the PFL under different clubs at the time. Dorego takes the matter to his own hands, rushing forward. Napalakas as they disengage, and nobody home either for Loyola. So now it's, you can say, the level of intensity dropping ever so slightly here in the past few minutes. Bit of a feeling out process once again as both teams try to reset, recalibrate. Loyola still with the advantage. Just a 1-goal separation here for Loyola. Dorego, a bit heavy on the first touch. And the ball just goes out of bounds. Jethro Flores, the Loyola captain this afternoon, did not even bother. He just watched the ball as it went out. Last contact from a Garelli player. Still Loyola possession here. Banjo dispossessed, however. Good effort from Joseph, keeping it alive and in play for Garelli. Trying to go above the lines. But now they bring it back once again. Some directing from Javier, who is also part of this match. A long one. Flores got a piece of that, and now he retrieves this ball. Back and forth we go. It's a bit of a wide open contest now. Mercado. Acceleration here, burst of speed on the cutback, pero hinintay masyado ni Banjo. Could have anticipated the ball a bit earlier than that. Meanwhile, here's the captain. This one bounces off. Flores had a shot. It just ricocheted off a defender who was present in front of him. This will give way for two more substitutions. Looks like Robbie Torres is going to replace Anton Plaza and Mateo Yuhico, one of the other former Maharlika players coming on in for Lim. Mateo Yuhico was often used as a defender for Maharlika, but gets to play a bit of the midfield role here. Good ball control from Montelibano. But a foul from Adolfo Abada. Pagkakataon para sa Loyola na sulitin. Ang pagkakataong ito, Robbie Torres kapapasok lang, and now he's designated to take this. Signal is given. Torres with some good English on that ball. It's a mad scramble inside, and that is goal number 3 for Loyola FC. Jose Montelibano has his brace, and Loyola double the lead. In the 1 hour mark, no less, para dito kay Jose Montelibano. As it is now 3-1 for the men in blue. Let's see how this play developed and unfolded. At the right place, at the right time, Jose Montelibano sneaking from behind. And in celebration, folding his arms. It is now 3-1 for Loyola, pushing that cushion further. A brace for Jose Montelibano. And more pressure here for Garelli to try and convert. Javier. Good 1-2 once again. We've seen a couple of those. Bedia, is he onside? He realizes that right away. Whistle blown, flag raised. Ang kagandahan dito sa Garelli is that for short passing like that, they have what it takes. It's just a matter of piecing it all together and yung timing to get that ball from middle to the attacking third, dun sa harap. There's no question that Garelli can finish, and they have a couple of wingers and forwards who can try and do the damage against Loyola. That was just a fortunate sequence moments earlier for Montelibano. Again, at the right place, at the right time. You never give up on the play. You play through the whistle. So long as that ball is in the box, may pagkakataon. And nasulit nga ng Loyola doon. This one straight into the forehead of Closa. Recycled by Garelli. Zurbito, Montelibano trying to rush forward and intimidate. Abada, good patience here for Garelli. And now Mahina surveys the field. Javier still giving directions, egging on his teammates. They go to the left wing. Zurbito, Bedia, good connection once again. And someone's been taken down. Simon Mercado. They take it quickly. Well, someone's down for Garelli. Could this be a case of cramps? And mapipilitan ng Loyola dito na ilabas ang bola. Ball out, good sportsmanship for Loyola FC. It seems to be more than cramps. Humahawak dito sa kanyang kaliwang paa itong si Chris Suarez. It's going to be fair played back to Loyola for sure. As play continues here, 64th minute. And counting for Loyola. Naiangat ang Kalamangan to 2 goals. A separation that is usually more than enough. Mercado against pressure gets it out. And now the acceleration once again. Past one, but the captain unable to evade another defender. Good stop by Garelli. Sila naman ang tatakbo. Could be a counter here. Do they have the numbers? Bedia. Now they stay onside. Puno collects. We'll see that once again. Good timing this time around, but good physical stop by Closa. And now ball out once again. Someone's down for Garelli. And this one is cramps. Adrian De Sola attending to his teammates. Tinutulungan lang makatayo rito yung pinupulikat niyang kakampi. From the back. Paulo Javier also approaching. Trying to have a small conversation. Ito nga yung sinasabi natin, this humid weather. Napakainit dito sa loob ng Rizal Memorial. This is a stark contrast from the weather conditions from the previous weeks. Dalawang magkasunod na bagyo ang nanalasa sa Pilipinas, and we send our prayers out to everyone affected by Egay and Falcon. It is John Salamoding, and he is going to be subbed out in just a few moments. 67th minute now. Garelli United, well, for both teams really, nasusubukan yung kanilang conditioning dito. The more liquid you lose, the more fluids you secrete out of your body, the more susceptible you become sa cramps, sa pulikat. And that's why you stay hydrated. You eat perhaps a banana before the match just to get that potassium boost. So the tips and tricks, of course, from your fellow athletes just to last the course of this match, including the breaks, of course, more or less. You spend 2 hours to play a regulation football match. Now, of course, in the knockout stages, in the semifinals or the finals, you play extra time. Kung tabla kayo after the 90-minute regulation, kung tabla pa rin, you have the penalty shootout. It really pushes the players beyond their limits. Flag was raised, obvious offside call. 68 minutes and counting. And after this match, pagkatapos ng larong ito, huwag kayong aalis because, again, we have another match coming your way. Adamson University and the Philippine Army. Group C naman yan. Ball momentarily into the area. Banya controls with his chest pero bola nawala, and now it is Garelli from way out. Dylan Joseph, an ambitious attempt. And Martin Puno will collect. Ano gets a touch pero hindi niya na napigil yung bilis ng bola. Saludo lobs this one into the box, targeting Bedia. Bedia comes chasing that ball down. Yuhiko intercepts. And now Yuhiko earns the possession back for Loyola. Good first few minutes here for Mateo. And again, Garelli, another player here suffering from cramps. This time it is the captain, James Dorrego. Now it goes without saying that in the expanded Copa Paulino Alcantara format, we have accommodated some of the clubs which on a regular basis operate as an amateur squad. We have some college teams here. We have, of course, a couple of teams from the armed forces and our member clubs of the PFL, which shall all see action. Paunti-unti, Kaya FC Iloilo, the reigning league champions. You have Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, the runners-up. And then Stallion Laguna, Maharlika Manila FC, and Benjola FC 1991. Those 5 clubs will see action here in the Copa. They were, of course, given a bit of a break after the long season. Two more replacements here. Carl Castillo and Inigo Mongaya now in for Garelli, replacing, I believe, James Dorrego. So James Dorrego and John Salamoding are out. Carl Castillo and Inigo Mongaya both in. Isang defender, isang midfielder. 70 minutes have elapsed, 20 more minutes plus added time. And you see on your screens, doon sa bandang itaas, Jose Montelibano, number 42 for the men in blue. He has 2 conversions to his name this afternoon. Loyola. Ball goes out. Flores running out of real estate. Play continues here. Good deflection. And ball will try to be retrieved here by Garelli. They do. Mahinay. And now it is open on the right. Delivery inside. Closa gets a piece on the intended bicycle. Wala pa rin. Ball is alive. And is finally sent away by Closa. Here's Closa. That was the intended bicycle by Saludo. A bit ambitious at that. And then just to be sure, Closa pushing it out. Kahit nandun na si Puno paparating. And now another case here. I think it's Jetro Flores. At ito yung sinasabi natin magmula pa sa umpisa ng ating broadcast coverage. Medyo naninibago rin tayo sa init ng panahon. It's been a while. It's been a rainy month of July, really. And now all of a sudden you play like this. You play 2 hours of actual football. You warm up a few hours before. That takes a toll on your body, even if you are the best of the best in terms of strength and conditioning. And again, not to mention, some of the athletes here play technically as amateurs or as collegiate athletes. Some as professionals, our member clubs, of course. You can argue that they have just a level higher or a gear higher in terms of conditioning. Montelibano scrambles for possession. Loyola still in control. Mercado moves to his right, maneuvering past the defender. Good showcase of skill there against John De La Cruz. Itong si Mercado, masyadong malakas on the first touch. And an obvious bump. Joem Logarta taking his time. Set piece for Loyola. Doon naman sa bandang kaliwa. From the looks of it, will this be a build-up from the back or straight into the box? Into the box they go. Good elevation. Bounces off Ano and a defender from Garelli. Someone is tripped. And it is going to be bad turning into worse for Garelli. An obvious trip here. May natisod, may napatid. It's going to be penalty for Loyola. A chance to seal the deal in the 75th. Oh, that was Robbie Torres rather. And then Ano, it bounces off. Play continues and then ayun na. Will it be Banya or will it be Montelibano? Looks like it is Jose. A chance to score and complete the hat-trick this afternoon. Oh, he has no one to beat except Adrian De Sola. It is all mental now for Jose Luis Ricardo Montelibano. And here we go, a chance to put Loyola to the hill. And yes, he does. Jose Luis Montelibano with a hat-trick this afternoon. Goal number 3 for him and a 3-goal lead. And boy, the celebrations have varied here. We have seen that celebration quite oftenly from a player named Cristiano Ronaldo. And all smiles here for Montelibano and his teammates. Placing that one bottom left corner. To his credit, Adrian De Sola, tama naman yung hula niya. Diving to his right. But this one, slowly slipping away from the hands of Garelli United. It is now 4-1 for Loyola. Easy pick up there, Saludo. Nobody home. To Aaron Flores. Dalawa ang Flores sa Loyola. You have Jethro Flores wearing number 22 and Mark Aaron Flores wearing number 19, who also has a bun. So huwag kayong malito kina Closa at kay Aaron Flores. And again, here's that burst of speed from the left this time around. Still lots of room for one more goal if you're Loyola. Just pounce on the goal difference. Garelli, susubukan bumawi. They have the numbers. Trying to dance against the captain, Flores. Oh, great job by Flores, just taking it back for Loyola. That's the individual skill as Yuhiko goes down, although wala yung bola sa kanya. So it was let go. And more players are really just being pushed to the limit here dahil sa init ng ating panahon. This is not in any way to say that wala sila sa kondisyon. Let us not fall into that narrative, into that trap. It's really just the weather being quite different this afternoon and pushing everyone to their limit. Kahit kondisyon sila, obviously we are in season. This is the mid-year tournament. And look at that, we have 4 substitutions for Loyola. Papasok Marcos Lucas Arias, Ziggy E, Gabriel Vergara, and Nathan William De Ocampo. Montelibano, that's it for him. A well-deserved rest for the man who scored a hat-trick this afternoon. 3 goals for Jose Montelibano. Joe M. Lugarta bababa rin. And Rupert Banya, the other goal scorer for Loyola, the person who scored the first goal for this contest. Ibababa na rin, as well as Bernardo Closa, the defender. He's going to hear it from the Loyola faithful here in the audience. So 4 pairs of fresh legs for Loyola here in the home stretch of this contest. 10 more minutes for them. Zorbito has played the entire way so far. Desola meets the ball. More pressure here, Arias. Bagong pasok lang. There's nothing else to do than to try and get going here. Kumbaga sa sasakyan yung gasolina sa ibang players ng Loyola papaubos na. Dito naman sa mga kakapasok lang, sa mga bagong pasok, medyo full tank pa. Saludo again, offside call. They have that habit. It's something they can correct with more games. And now Saludo intercepts, could be goal number 2. It is just deflected. Dylan Joseph. Loyola's defense does not break. Good challenge, really, from Jethro Flores in making sure that there was no extra contact. Nakita nyo on the replay, nagkasabitan man, but that was already beyond the initial play that involved the ball. It's going to be a corner still for Garelli. Bedia delivers, good height on this one. Dylan Joseph. Saludo trying to contest. And Flores once again wins the battle. Loyola. Now Yuiko. Oh, it's 2 against 1 here. Yuiko. Golden chance for Loyola. And the shot on goal, but it is saved by Desola. Sayang na pagkakataon for Loyola FC. It was 2 against 1. And Isaac Ano was begging for that one. Although they had to keep in mind, of course, the offside rule. Yuhiko for sure mindful of the execution. Ziggy E past trouble. Javier. Bola babalik sa Garelli. Castillo. Mahinay, the only goal scorer here for Garelli. It's going to be a gentleman's shutout for Loyola. Ano, the fake, the shot, it's in! And that is the absolute icing on the cake. And look at that celebration, the somersault as well. And you have to give it to Isaac Ano. Talagang hiniling niya tong makuha in his debut. He had a couple of close calls in the first half. And then the previous play after that, as he and Mateo Yuico celebrate together. Finally, good timing, and look at the fake. Making Desola commit, and look at this one. Welcome to your Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023 moment, Mr. Isaac Ano. 5-1, the floodgates have opened here for Loyola. They are, of course, going to win this eventually and move to third place in Group A. FEU bababa sa fourth spot. Kaya FC, of course, hindi pa naglalaro sa Group A. So that table, how it looks like sa ngayon, still going to change depending on how well Kaya is going to play their 5 matches. The reigning PFL winners, Kaya FC Iloilo. Joseph, Bedia has control. Bedia to his left. Bedia still. Good recovery. And Saludo. Hindi niya napektusan yung bola. Could have been a good cross from that position. But using the left foot also. Speaking of Kaya FC Iloilo, may utang pa tayong shoutout kina Nano Amita, kina Mardiano, kina Eric Giganto. Ay nanonood din ng ating live stream. Scouting the opposition, Kaya FC players doing their homework, of course. Hindi pwedeng pa-relax. They are on a break. But starting next week. And now look at this. But no connection into the goal area. Si John De La Cruz na yung pinakamalapit. Martin Puno just bothering Dylan Joseph. Doing his best to close the gap. Ano, is he onside? I don't think he is. Nevertheless, Desola gets to the ball earlier. The fake. And play continues. Good dummy play from Ano, realizing na kung tatanggapin niya yun, it's offside. I think this match is a good example to really just show our fans the offside rule. Nakailang mga halimbawa na rin tayo throughout the course of this contest. Ziggy is down on the left side of your screens momentarily. It's going to be ball out. They know it. Desola doesn't realize it for now. Joseph. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin tayo dito. 87th minute and finally, Inigo Mongaya. Ziggy E is obviously shaken up. We hope that he is in a we hope that it's nothing serious here. And this is a good sign for Ziggy now back up on his feet. It is fair played back. Disola. Well, it's been quite the afternoon for him. And that is going to be an obvious call once again. This time Carl Castillo. Loyola takes it quickly. That ball moves to the right. Ziggy E once again. Someone gets into the path. Michael Bedia, that is. Look at the persistence paying off here for Bedia. But can they convert? Saludo. Loyola able to establish right away the back and the middle for them. Ang bilis ng bawi dito ng Loyola. Natagalan ang Garelli para makadiskarte. And now it is sent away. Out of trouble here. Credit to Mercado as well. He got a piece of that one. And two players getting entangled here. Saludo and E. The Philippine women's national football team, the Filipinas, your Filipinas, are currently in the city of Taguig. They are making their way to the mall there, Market in Taguig, of course, in BGC. They have just done their motorcade. Umikot sila from McKinley Hill all the way to BGC. Maraming nilikuan, several stops. And they have a program here. Dito nga sa Market, the Filipinas. Just a few days ago, they were in Glorieta para doon naman sa kanilang official outfitter, of course. Also organizing a meet and greet event. The Filipinas making herstory in the FIFA Women's World Cup 2023. Chance here for Loyola. 3 against 2, and that is the scorcher here for Isaac Ano. A brace for him. Sinusubukan pang humabol kay Montelibano. 6-1 for Loyola. And ang magandang ginagawa rito ng Loyola is that the goal difference has been neutralized now. Entering this contest, they were -5 pagdating sa goal difference. And they have made up for that in just 90 plus minutes. 6-1 scoreline right here. They will move to 3rd place in Group A with a clean slate. So they have now scored the same amount of goals that they have conceded. Yun ang maganda rito for Loyola. Bedia. Hindi mo rin matatawaran yung kagustuhan ni Bedia na maka-score man lang ng isa para sa Garelli. Try to make this look even more respectable for them. Saludo, but immediately 3 blue shirts converging on him. Ano just taking that ball away like a candy from a kid. And dito rin natin nakikita yung difference in the level of conditioning between both teams. It's as if there's an extra gear, extra push pa rito para sa Loyola. 3 minutes of added time. We're approaching the final minute of play here in what has been a dominant showing for Loyola FC. Finally, their return gets a win. More reasons for them to celebrate as they will pick up the full 3 points in just a few moments. Ano. And they will just manage the time here. Ziggy E, good timing. Opening here for Loyola. Oh, wasted chance. Flores trying to connect with Arias. Bedia, oh, it ricochets past the defender. Sayang para sa Garelli. They had a 3 against 2. This could be the final sequence of the match as well. Saludo. Trying to go to the middle. Ziggy E. Final possession of the match for Loyola, presumably. Flores. Look at the timing on that one, the cut back. Well, on the fake, sumobra na for Loyola. Could have been a shot right there. Yohiko trying to set it up for Ano. Desola to put it back into play. And that's it. The long wait is over for Loyola FC as they finally win a match in their return to the domestic club football scene. Kahit tagal hinintay ng mga fans ng Loyola FC, and here it is. A 6-1 masterpiece led by a hat-trick from Jose Luis Montelibano against Garelli United. Loyola FC aangat sa ikatlong pwesto in Group A of the Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023. And dumiretso na tayo sa ating highlights as we take a good look paano ba nadomina ng Loyola FC ang Garelli United with one goal after the other. But it all started in the 14th minute. Anton Plaza finding Rupert Ed Banya, and that was the opening goal. Perfect timing. It was a hot afternoon of football for these two sides. And then Isaac Ano, 2 bounces off the crossbar. That first half, Loyola creating more chances than Garelli United. And then the control, pero may halong gigil. And then the surprise of the afternoon, undoubtedly, this long-range connection from Banjo Mahinay. At that point, equalizing the contest in the 28th minute, but not for long. As look at this glorious fake and finish from Jose Montelibano in the 29th, in the next minute of football action. At that time, giving them the 2-1 lead. Isaac Ano trying to do well in his debut. And then Plaza once again setting up, but this one goes into the hands of Adrian Desola. It was just a 2-1 scoreline at the end of the first half. And then after that, it just opened a lot more for Loyola. There were some few decent opportunities for Garelli United, just couldn't convert. Third goal, Montelibano, mad scramble, unmarked, and in at that time, pushing the lead up to 3-1 para sa Loyola, and it was just all Loyola from there. Good effort as well from the defenders of Loyola, making sure there was no legitimate shot on goal. para sa Garelli United, and then of course Martin Puno doing the rest, although it's not a clean sheet for him still. Sa pagkakataong iyon ay penalty awarded, and then Montelibano completes the hat-trick. 4-1 Loyola after an hour, and then Ano does the rest. As this was Saludo on the cutback, one of the closest chances for Garelli. Yuhiko trying to go on his own, shot was saved, but it would go to the next sequence. Ano, good timing, receives it, fakes it, and makes it. The somersault celebration for good measure. Hindi pa doon nagtapos. Well, this was one of the other chances for Garelli, as Puno went outside of the goal area. Fortunately for him, good challenge, and then this was the icing on the cake. Isaac Ano completes the brace. 2 double-digit scorers here for Loyola FC. And so that's it. Montelibano with the hat-trick. Isaac Ano, successful debut for Loyola as their foreign player with a brace. Rupert Banya adding one more, and the final. It is 6-1. Loyola FC winning this one in Group A. On behalf of the entire broadcast crew ng ating Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023, this has been Levi Verora on the call. We'll see you next time. And as I always say, wherever you are, wherever you're from, we'll see you at the games.